Hello, and thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast, the best skateboard podcast in the world. Today is November 20th, 2019. I am Andrew Oriano. Gentleman with the sloth on his head is Grant Furo. The guy who can't afford credit cards is Reef Willard.
Oh, low card. Okay.
Low card.
Wow.
I like it.
Keeping it low.
Yep.
Did everyone skate this week during this wet weather?
I did, yeah. At least here in Los Angeles, the rain didn't start till today. So, no, I definitely did not skate today. But definitely got some sessions throughout the weekend. And, yeah, it's good. Skated USC ledges a little bit. And then, where did I go Sunday? I don't know.
Where did you go when you got that little bonk 5.0 180 out at?
I skate there usually on Monday nights, El Sereno Skate Park. Yeah, that park's fun.
I liked how you did it. You know, your style's starting to get less shitty. I like it.
It's always been good.
Thank you. That was the best. Thank you, Drew. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yep. It looks like right where you want to put your arms is right where you want them. It looks good.
Okay, well, thank you.
You look a little less hesitant. Reef Willard, did you do any skateboarding? Is it raining up there in the Bay Area?
No.
Hold on. I need to intervene. Reef did a fakey 50-50 across a whole flat bar. That is so sketchy. I would never do that. I still can't believe it.
That new skate park is so fun. It's just like a renovated park by our house, or by my house, by my local skate park, my other skate park, and dude, we're having some pretty lit sessions. That's all I gotta say. It's pretty fun.
Okay.
But you guys want to hear some crazy stuff? I gotta have a shout out if that's okay.
Oh man, please, yeah. Throw out some names.
We went to San Francisco over the weekend, and I broke my good friend Micaiah's extreme death lens, and I just want to say sorry, Micaiah, if you're listening, which you probably will.
He probably won't after you broke his death lens. We probably lost a viewer for life. Oh, fucking Reef Willard.
Oh man, yeah, it was a bummer though.
Where's the footy?
Dude, we got a couple clips that day too. We were talking how good it was of a day, and then day ended short. But
so how did it happen? Yeah, where's the footage?
We have the footage. Just I don't know if it's ever will be seen on the World Wide Web. But
why not?
It was on a manual trick, of course.
Oh.
Your board just shot back and took it out, or what?
I was like, it's actually like a kind of. I feel like I've seen it quite a bit, but I haven't seen it in a while. It's like a you start from a little set of stairs and it like gradually gets bigger going down a hill in SF, and now it has white poles to try to skate block it like in front of the stair set.
Yeah,
and I was trying to just do like a manual as it gradually got bigger to like ollie out over the stairs. And when I kicked down, the board hit the stairs and then rolled, or like kind of did like a cartwheel, the board into the lens. So, yeah, it's done.
It's not one of these ones, is it?
Yeah, it's one of those.
Dude, Reef, fucking goddamn it!
I know. Trust me.
You know how expensive that is? In B&H, it's over $2,000.
Yeah. You don't have to remind me.
I'm sorry, Reef. That sucks.
No, let me rub it in a little bit. The warranty. Oh, damn, brother. Oh.
That's a bummer, man.
So is has he been answering your phone calls recently?
Yeah, I mean, we're good. It's just, it's not.
Is he your Labyrinth filmer?
I mean, we're just all brothers and homies, but. Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna try to get the new setup, so we're good. We still got the MK1 and the VX, but yeah, no HD right now.
Ugh, what happened? Is it like recession time? Like what's going on with that?
He said, "Oh."
I'm just kidding.
No, it's like I've been talking to my homie about it, and he said it's like pretty much ancient like technology nowadays. The P2 cameras with the P2 technology. I never knew that like they were that kind of old already. But it's hard to find that kind of camera.
You know the good thing, though, is that you didn't actually break the actual lens to the camera.
That is true. broke the bail mount on the camera that locks in the lens, but I did not break the actual lens of the camera. The camera is still a working long lens camera.
So
Yeah, so the fisheyes smoked, but that's it.
So what you're saying is that Reef Willard's next part is going to be long lens lines.
I mean, I'm down. Why not?
You know, it's going to be like at the barracks. It says, "It must be nice to be Reef Willard," and they just film it from the top.
Oh man, but yeah, just want to say sorry to Micaiah again. So.
Micaiah, I apologize. You know, maybe we can get like a GoFundMe going on through the podcast. I mean, I'm sure Grant has some Cliff Bars he could sell. I mean, I think I got like.
Sure, that'll help.
I think I got a few pockets of
Sell
change in the old couch. You know, we'll get you back, Micaiah. But let's talk about this past week. I mean, there's a reason why the hair is out like this.
It's that time of year.
There's a reason why I'm wearing the primitive shirt.
Saudi race begins.
It's time for Encore to really lay it down thick. I mean, I was talking to Suchu the other day, and he's crying in the corner.
Oh, man.
I mean, you got Kevin Bradley over here, like, debating if he should just move over to away from the States because what got laid out was so beautiful. Personally, my favorite part is actually Frankie Villani's part.
Ooh.
It's a good way to start the video. And to me, if they just ended it, I would have been mad. That's fine. just fucking cut it right there. I would have just walked home a happy camper. But yeah, I mean, they had so many other bangers. I mean, we can go on and on about it, but I mean, we have to address the elephant in the room. I mean, I was sad that you know, Paul wasn't in the
two tricks.
I mean, yeah, I mean.
Switch to crook and a background switch in the credits.
I mean, I didn't even notice the last one, but I mean, they had the switch flip. I was like, oh, okay. But then there was other people that I was, upset about. I was like, oh, no full parts. I was like, I guess so. I guess your intro parts or your pro parts, they took majority of your shit. But this just like we already knew Nick Tucker was like, out of there. But now, I mean, it's like. I'm sure he's getting blown up quite a bit. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? Because he never made that announcement, right?
Yeah, there was never any announcement. Definitely pretty silent on both sides. And I definitely saw comments on Primitive's post leading up to the release of Encore, like why Nick Tucker wasn't involved in that video.
Right.
And I mean, I feel like someone should address it personally.
If not them, then you. I mean, someone should say something because
I just think it's awkward for people to not know. Like, I feel like a company. Like
no. Can I interrupt you for a second? I agree with what you said partially.
Okay.
I think any other company, sure, you could do that with. You can't do it with Primitive. I think if you do it with Primitive, you're like, It just as a vocal brand that's always interactive with everything, and if they done it in the past and said much love Shane, much love Diego, and then you're like,
yeah, exactly.
You know
it's just it's an awkward.
Yeah. What the fuck
people
did
need
you?
to know.
What the fuck did you do, Tucker? Like,
the people need to know. It doesn't mean they have to lay out the whole, but they need to announce. They need to say something. I think.
Nah, I mean. If you're gonna say, yeah, we wish you best of luck, and you really don't mean it, then don't say shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know. They didn't say Diego Nahara, best of luck, have fun at April. They don't need to say everything.
I wish? I wish they'd say Nick Tucker's off Primitive. That's it.
That's it.
I just think they should say something, but I don't know. Anyway, Encore.
All right. So, who's your favorite part, Reef?
Oh, I'm going with Miles. Killed it. Dropped some heavy ones on some heavy spots. So
yeah, he had some shit that you're like, wow, okay.
And also, I didn't see any numbers boards. So he filmed that within months.
He was announced on Primitive I looked it up. September 16th. The premiere was November 15th, which would give him basically 2 months to film that part.
Wow.
And even...
Are you sure about that, though? Are you sure, like,
Yes.
No, I'm asking, are you sure he filmed all that with primitive boards? Are you sure it just
yeah,
wasn't the
I can
angle?
guarantee you there's not a single clip without I'm pretty positive. There's definitely no numbers boards in there.
The only thing that I know of is that I heard that he's been trying to switch back heel for a while.
For years.
And yeah, but from what I saw, I was paying attention very closely to all his boards, and it looked like all primitive boards to me.
And you can tell in the footage, because a lot of his footage is when they traveled throughout Europe after he was announced. There's a lot of footage there, and there's a lot of LA footage. And ever since he was announced 2 months ago, he's came to LA on probably like 3 or 4 separate weekends to film.
If that's true, well then wow, that's really impressive. But I'm highly skeptical. I think my boy was filming a little longer than his announcement on Primitive.
The only thing I could agree with, I can confidently say there's every trick in that part's on a primitive board, but I will say that in his PLA part that came out a couple weeks prior to his announcement on primitive, because his part dropped, he left numbers, primitive was like 2 weeks later. In that PLA part, he has 2 tricks on primitive boards. So it is possible that maybe he was skating some primitive boards and filmed stuff with Alan that's in this before he was actually on primitive. So, but I'm still saying max was 3 months of all this footage.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know.
Only he could tell. Only he could really tell you.
Him or Alan would know.
And then I'll say,
hopefully we'll find out soon.
The one that came out of nowhere for me was Trey Williams. That part was so sick. I really like that kid style.
Which one is he?
He had, I think, third to last. I think it was right before Miles.
Yeah, he skated to ASAP. It's right before Miles.
Yeah. He had
his ender is an incredible tray flip.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a huge bump
over bar with like grass cap after the bar.
Yeah, it was so crazy.
There were a lot of... Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, the switch heel that started off his like part in the end of the line was like the most perfect switch heel ever over a bump to bar too. So yeah, clean bump to bar tricks. There
were a lot of good tray flips. Sal Bonzi had a nice one over on a platform over a grass gap. Tiago's flat ground one makes you just want to shoot your dick off. Like that was beautiful.
He was the one that like go up. Like instead of going sideways, they like go like that.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Brian Peacock switch tray.
Oh, I liked his part actually. I was, I actually forgot all about him. Nice to see he was the first or second person on, right? Primitive.
He was like third or fourth, because Paul started it with Nick and Carlos.
Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to see the early editions still staying strong. There's this one kid with the dreadlocks. He only had like 2 clips. He did this nasty nollie crook, and he did some other shit. But the way I did that nollie crook was just. Then he also does like this nose slide nollie. He'll flip out, and he has him with his fucking hair all down. He gives a little peace sign. I'm like, peace up to you too, homie. I'm not gonna remember his name. I think his name was Devin something, but I could be dead wrong.
I believe you're talking about David. I don't remember his last name. In the international edit, he had dreads. Yeah.
Was Daniel Scales in the international?
No, Scales had a clip in Trent's part.
Trent McClung.
Yeah, which I love that part.
Hey, Taylor is the TM over there?
Yeah.
That was cool how Alan did that at the end.
Dude, I got a lot of thoughts. Yeah, that was tight.
Let's hear them.
Miles, dude, favorite part in that has to be Miles, but I'm giving Trent second. Like, he's up there. I love watching Trent skate. I feel like every song in that video, in my opinion, fit the edits perfectly. They all fit the skater. It all worked out, like, meshed really well. I love after the first part, after Frankie, before it goes into Carlos, I like that little ledge session, like as a transition into Carlos's part, because it's like all the clips, like Paul and Spencer and Trent, all I think clips in there. and then it just goes into Carlos' line. It starts with switch flip front blunt on that ledge was so sick.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, introducing Giovanni, that was insanity all the way through.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
the ender, like the cab front hurricane, and he comes out to straight was so insane. Like that was, it's just mind bending. All of his tricks are like that. Like he is a bag full of tricks that nobody does, basically. Like very unique, so craziest tricks. The end of the international edit, they have Pedro Biagio, and I'm a fan of his. And all of his tricks were so sick, like crazy ledge tricks to manuals. He does. I looped it on the skate loop. He does half cab nose slide 270s up to fakie Manny, like where that was insane. Like how did he get up that to those wheels? Like that doesn't make any sense. And he fakie front shoved that bench in Barcy. Oh man. It was just amazing. Like that's a beautiful skate video. I love that video.
It is.
Wade and Spencer, perfect. I think there's one thing I would have changed. Only one thing, and it's just my opinion. I wish that Robert Neal's pro part was here. I wish Robert Neal's pro part was in this. Like I don't
feel that.
I mean, I'm sure they have the reasoning, and I'm not saying it's like whack or something, but I just would have liked it. Like to me, he's a big part of Primitive. He's been there for a long time, and for Primitive to come out with a full length, I would have liked to see a full part from him. But I get it. They used it for his pro part, and maybe they wanted a lot of shine just around him to do that. And I loved the few clips he had, but I would have liked to see his.
You know what I like? You know, I agree with you. I didn't put much thought into it, but you should have just turned him pro during this video.
That would have been sick too.
You're killing two birds with one stone, and you're saying, "Damn, second full length Primitive video." And you made Robert Neal pro and you made him last part.
I don't know if you would have.
Oh, you don't think so over Tiago? You don't think so? Well, yeah, you're right. With switch kickflip back tails that long, I agree with you. I ain't mad.
Shove out now.
Backside
the
heel
only
flip.
The only other ender it would have been Miles because he hit Hollywood and Wallenberg back to back.
Yeah,
but I back Tiago's last part, man. That the whole thing, Tiago is just. He's doing tricks no one else can do. I mean, you could probably say that about everyone on Primitive in their own respects, but dude, one that sticks in my mind, Tiago starts a line with nollie no slide, and there's a bench, and he's like on the top bench, like a table type thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, that's the first trick in your line, but like no one else in the world will even do that. Like, he did a trick after that. Like that's just the whole thing. It's just insane.
Giovanni doing that fakie 5-0 half cab heel out on that shootout rail. That one was like that blew my mind. I was like, he is the fakie god in my opinion. He has so many cool fakie tricks.
Fakie is his stance.
Yes, that's his.
The fakie.
Do you guys both have like I'm getting a strong sense of like this is another one of I get the same vibe as Forecast. Do you guys feel that vibe too with the music, or you don't feel that?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty like mellow. I mean there were some really, I don't know, there were some crazy songs that I'm not like I wouldn't probably listen to, but at the same time there were some really cool songs. I heard that that one song on when it started Merrick's part, or like his, and then it started transitioning to other skaters. That has been used before. I know it has. I've heard that song before, but that was a really, really cool song. I really like that one. It's really mellow. So I get
like
what you're
Trent's
saying.
song a lot.
Yeah, Trent's was good.
Trent's song was cool. You know what I also loved about Trent's part? I'm a fan of his in general, but he has a line, like he has a couple singles, and then it's a line. He does a front wall ride on a bank to wall, like over a car, kind of. Like it's a parking lot, it looks like. Front side wall ride, and then like slappy front crook fakie. Oh. And I just thought that was tight because I've seen him kind of do stuff like that. Like I know he's got that skill, and he just obviously super talented. But when you think of Trent, you think of like tech ledge stuff. So to see like a wall ride and a slappy and a line from him is just not what you really expect all the time. So I was like, whoa, that was tight. Like it caught my eye. I thought that was cool to use it towards the beginning of his part because it wasn't expected from most people, I would assume.
I do remember that. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was tight. Actually, I want to grab something. It's right behind me, but related to the Primitive video.
All right.
You know what we haven't talked about yet is how nasty Carlos's kickflip switch tail slide on that ledge drop.
I can't remember.
What are you talking about? You don't remember? Wasn't it his ender?
Who?
I can't remember everyone's ender.
Carlos.
I remember his beginning trick.
Carlos's ender is nollie flip back over crook.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Slash back nose grind.
Yeah. His front lip,
His
like
lip slide, dude.
yeah, the lip slide. When Jen Soto says on the board for him. Oh, that was so sick.
You know, I didn't like Carlos' song though. That song was trash.
He skated a Meek Mill song. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the songs worked, but what I wanted to grab and show was I was able to go to the premiere, and they gave out these photo books.
Oh, okay.
So Encore, got the whole thing, and I'll put the mic down. It's hard to show this and talk. Anyway, it just got photos. Like here's a Robert Neal nollie front heel over a table. It's just got photos from throughout the year that they filmed this video.
Does it show who shot it?
I think at the end it says all photos are shot by Oliver Barton, who's the main photographer there, as well as this guy named Bernie Diego, who runs or helps Pocket Skate Mag, which is like a European mag that's been doing a lot of different stuff with Primitive. Yeah, so it's just got photos from all these different trips and locations throughout the filming of the video, which I think is really cool. It was definitely a cool thing to give out at a premiere. And actually on the first page, I can give it a quick read if you guys are interested. It has this, it's a funny photo of Paul, some words about the filming of the video.
Well, yeah, go ahead, read that for us.
Yeah, I want to hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it says, we didn't know it at the time, but filming for our latest video started on November 4th, 2018, when some of the squad headed out to Barcelona to officially welcome Thiago Lemos to the team. What started as a low-key filming trip morphed into something bigger, and between then and now, another video organically fell into place, just like Never had fallen into place in the year before. I've been traveling with the guys a ton this year, and watching the level of skating go down on a daily basis has definitely fueled the fire for my recovery from my knee surgery. I've been helping out behind the scenes with our Instagram feed, and I thought it was a shame not to create something longer lasting for everyone to keep. I've seen the response on Instagram to some of your favorite posts, and I've pulled those together, as well as a ton of unseen photos to create the Encore photo book, an exclusive look into our second full-length shot over the last 365 days on location in North America, Europe, and Asia by Oliver Barton and Florin Bernie Hoppensberger. Recovery from my surgery hasn't been easy, but I'm so grateful to be skating again. I'm looking to see you all on the streets. Paul Rodriguez.
I'm really surprised. That was beautiful. Thanks for reading that. I'm really surprised to see how long Paul's decided to keep his skateboarding career going. That's really rad.
Yeah.
It's cool to see him. I mean, you could definitely tell just from his Instagram. Like, he seems pretty fired up, and he was definitely motivated to get back from that injury. And obviously, we haven't seen much of him, like street footage-wise yet, but we got a switch flip crook and a beautiful flat ground switch tray. But the skate park stuff on his Instagram has been good. So
yeah,
it's fun to watch him come back from that. Yeah, so they killed it with this book. I thought that was a cool thing to do at a premiere. The photos are really sick, as you'd expect. Yeah, they all around, I just think, did a great job with this video and this whole project.
Agreed.
So now that we are officially in November, almost over. Jesus, I can't believe it's almost over.
Flew by.
Yeah.
I know we're probably 1 or 2 episodes away from our SOTY predictions. But with this video, it definitely makes a case for some guys on the team.
Yeah. 2 of them in particular, I would say. Actually, 3. 3 of them. I think Miles is definitely going to be a finalist contender. He should, in my opinion.
Yes.
After that PLA part and this part, it's a lot of footage. Groundbreaking stuff. Hollywood High switchback lip. Wallenberg switchback heel. Which, by the way, hopefully we'll have a little bit more of a story next week about this, but that switchback heel at Wallenberg went down the Saturday before the premiere. So that went down 6 days before that video premiered. And he first tried that back when his push part came out, which was probably about 3 years ago. So it's a long battle. I love so much when he lands it and you see him look over to where all his homies are chilling. Like, he was like, no way, it just happened. Like, just looked like he was so hyped.
Yeah.
Definitely him. Of course, Carlos, 3 amazing parts. He won Tampa this year. like, insane footage throughout this video. And obviously Tiago with the ender to this. He needs to be in the conversation.
Yeah, and his footage has pretty much been like all throughout the year. You know, he's like a wild horse in the streets. So
yeah,
Tiago
I need to
kills it.
say one more trick in particular. Tiago switch front feeble, switch heel flip out was insane. Like I've never seen that trick. I don't even know if that's been done in the streets. And he popped the switch heel so high above that rail. Like, that was so crazy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was wild.
Well, what about that big-ass switch backside heel flip he does over that 20-foot high rail?
Yeah, that was crazy, too.
Jesus.
Was it a switch? It was regular.
Oh, over the bump over bar? It was regular, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had to move. They had to move that little. It was like a little ticket stand or whatever the fuck it was. They had to push that bitch out of the way, and he still ended up hitting it.
Yeah. He actually, in one of their edits, the testing edits they did this year, he back 180s that. So they used the warm up back 180 in that edit. And I remember watching that edit, being like, dude, that thing looks insane. Like, I would not have expected him to backside heel flip it. That's so gnarly.
The switch front crook too. I gotta say one more trick. That was the front half cab out. So good, dude.
He popped out of it like
the slow mo look dope.
It's like the switch flip back tail shove that he's just literally standing there like he's just straight chilling on the ledge.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'm gonna just stand here as long as I want to stand here. All right, I'm over. Let me just shove out perfectly.
Yeah.
It's wild. The Sodi thing is heating up for sure, but. It's far from over. Baker 4. Clive Dixon has a part.
Is that coming out this year?
Yeah, Baker 4 premieres tomorrow night.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Yeah, and I believe it drops next week.
Oh.
Is it on iTunes? It's going to drop on iTunes?
I don't know. Honestly, I bet it'll just be online, but I'm just guessing. I have no idea.
Ooh, that's going to kind of... It's going to be kind of a shitty feeling if you just had... primitive video just come out like that, and you're like, "Hey, Baker 4, hey, how about $2.99, $3.99? Come on, man."
Yeah, that's true, Drew.
I think, especially, I don't know if either of you have seen that new Thrasher cover, but I think after Baker 4, the Figgy's going to be heavy on the Sodi talk as well.
That's cool.
Figgy's always been big in the Sodi talk when he comes out with a fucking part, because you always know he's going stupid. Oh my god, life. Man, he is really impressive. He truly is.
He seriously risks his life. Like, he does the gnarliest stuff ever.
For you to be breaking your foot like that on that switch flip in Atlanta, and then for you to go back and still be down and get that shit makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Different mindset, yes.
That guy is fucked.
You know which one I trip out on? Was it in Made 2? When was it that? When his shoulder hit the light on that hubba and just knocked the whole thing out of the concrete?
Yep. That was it.
Oh, like that looked like the worst.
He looked like a quarterback.
Dude, and in Stay Gold, he hit his head so gnarly on that front feeble, and he just got back up and did it. I was just like, he's a different beast.
I get pissed when guys do that. Every time you hit your head, you better go like Cole when he did that back 3 and he hit his head. Bitch, you need to be in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see his post from that Figgy was just in the hospital? Did you guys see that?
No,
I did not.
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
What he had? He had surgery on his stomach.
Wait, what's his Instagram?
Killer Pizza.
Yeah, thank you.
Damn, Drew.
I'll read the.
Well, he has a stupid name. It's really easy to remember.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it looked like a stomach surgery. All he said was the last week has been sick, and Milton Martinez took the photo in the hospital. So I'm sure we'll probably see the slam in the primitive video. Shout out to also, this was so cool to me. Figgy posted Tiago's switch front crook. I thought that was tight.
Who did?
Figgy posted Tiago's super tall switch front crook, 180s out. I just thought that was cool because, I don't know, I don't picture those dudes like skating together or anything, so just thought it was tight that he was that hyped on it.
It's nice when game recognize game.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we all recognize, though, was Milton Martinez' DEMOLICIÓN part.
There's the pronunciation.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, seriously.
I wonder if Nick Dompierre was like, "You motherfucker! I almost
kickflip.
I almost kickflipped that." But you know what? I wouldn't feel too bad, Nikki D, because I mean, you could make an argue with a lot of hand touching on the flow. Went to fakey. Was his late frontside flip? Like, what are we doing here? But you know what? At this point, as Grant knows, you gotta either you're not happy with it or you're not. That spot's gone, so you have to make do with what you got.
Yeah, that whole building is gone. So
I can't believe that they took the whole fucking thing down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm gonna be honest though, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. We got more thoughts about this part, but that kickflip, I don't know if let down is the right word, but the two hands revert, I was let down. I was kind of like,
well, I was
like
definitely
that,
expecting to run back up there.
That makes me think like when I see the photo, like I see the photo in my head, I'm like, he did it perfect. Maybe not perfect, but maybe just like a little hand.
Yeah,
right?
It finally,
like if it's gonna be like that,
went down.
Yeah.
Like if it's, I don't know. I don't want this to sound like I'm too negative, but it's like if it's done like that, I feel like that photo should have like an asterisk. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Hey, my man speaks truth.
I don't know. Like it was.
Hey, that's
I mean,
how you feel.
He did
That's how you
I'm not
feel.
denying he did it. It was just like, like I wanted it to be better.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be lying if I didn't say that. I wanted it to be better.
Yeah.
Same here.
I've stood at the top of that thing. I'm aware that it's ginormous and you are out of your mind if you jump down that. But I still wanted it to be better.
Yeah. Well, I imagine that he tried to. He probably got hurt. Wanted to clean it up. He had no choice but to do it. And you said it got a cover.
No, he didn't get cover on that.
Oh, okay.
He got cover for the ender kickflip into the car.
Oh,
wall.
yeah. That's fine. Which is way. I mean, you can make an argument saying that's way gnarlier.
I'd rather watch that car wash one. Let's say he did the first kickflip perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still be more hyped on the car wash one. I just think it's cooler.
It is cool.
It's in his
and he did that one
too.
perfect.
Yeah, there was no hand touching on that.
Oh, that one was stomped.
Uh-huh.
If you hand touch on that, you're that's like whoa.
Dunzo.
He somehow puts his hand down on the bank. It's still
So tough.
He did. Crazy story though. He did break his ankle, I believe it was, olling into that.
Yeah, that's
which makes it so gnarly that he wanted to go back and snap a kickflip so popped into that thing.
Yeah.
Yo, gap to lip slide also tripped me out.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh my gosh.
I
Like,
thought that was under.
That was insane.
That was insane.
Good thumbnail.
Oh wow.
The wall rides over the stairs, the kickflip one, and then right after, I think it was like a 17 or an 18 stair. I tried to count it. I think it was a 17. Gnarly.
Oh, much love to this guy giving love to P-Stone multiple times. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the Phelps thing in the beginning was really cool
Oh,
too.
yep.
Still watching.
Still
Yeah,
watching. I love that.
I really did like that a lot.
They should. You know what? Thrasher just keep that trend going. That should be like their still watching. Holy crap! Wait a minute. Did he ollie? He ollied that gap that Heath Kirchart died on, right? That grass gap.
Yeah. But Kirchart didn't go. Milton went from the top of it. Did Kirchart skate it from the top?
I think so. I thought so.
What do you mean?
The other day,
you don't think he skated from the top? Let me see.
The other day we were talking about it, and I believe Billy said that when Kirchart skated it, he was like, I think there's like levels to the gap, and I think Billy was saying Kirchart was on the one level below.
Okay, well I'll look into that. I can't believe he fucking did that.
So gnarly, dude. Yeah. But Reef, yes, the kickflip wall ride. I mean, all the wall rides. The kickflip wall ride, I was like, you're out of your mind. Like, you are a psycho.
Yeah.
And how do you kickflip into a wall ride? And that set was huge, too. I know that the normal wall ride was on, like, the 17 or 18, but the kickflip wall ride was still huge.
Yeah. I mean, I was comparing it to, like, not to take away because it was a beautiful cover. Louis did it on, like, a 13 or 14. And then I was like, I think that was like a 13 or 14. He just kickflip wall ride because he did a kickflip wall ride before the party even started, really, on a little 7-stair. And it was just, like, thrown in. It looked like
chilling.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this part is going to be so heavy, dude.
I've always thought, ever since Louis had that cover, when I see like people do those wards that they're all in and out of, to me, it's like that's Louis' ward. That's how he does it.
Yeah.
But now it's like,
dude, the 17.
I love Louis, but yo, that's Milton's trick now.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
he took it to the next level. That was insane.
So you were right. Kirchart did do a level below, but Milton just hollered it. Kirchart tried to kickflip.
Kickflip. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the kickflip, and his feet like kind of land close together a little bit. And,
Yeah. I didn't know Kurchard had a battle scars on the barracks. I can't wait to watch that. I'm a big Kurchard
Wait, what
fan.
was that when Kurchard tried that kickflip? What was that in?
this is skateboarding.
No, it wasn't that.
No?
It's an older film. I couldn't tell you. I want to say it was in a possible
Transworld.
Transworld.
What was he in? What Transworld was he in?
I don't know actually. That's a good
What
question.
the fuck? Why can't I remember? Not Sight Unseen.
Yes, he was in Sight Unseen.
It was
Yeah.
Sight Unseen.
Mhm.
I think in the front lip shove. Yeah, front lip shove. Well, yeah, that's crazy.
But you know what?
That's
I
a
don't
huge
think it was
ollie.
in that video either. One of our viewers gonna be like, "You fucking
Anyway.
idiots! It was.
I know.
It was in Rolling Thunder Part 4."
Yeah, let us know if you know. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
So mad. But,
See, Milton Skate wants me to get a creature board. No, you know what? Just makes me want to get a creature hoodie. I'm just trying to be a part of the gang. Oh, also speaking of the gang, is that Colin Provost he had on there too? On it.
Yeah.
yeah, he was on some sessions.
Oh,
A couple guest
okay.
skaters in there.
I like
yeah, some
that.
trick.
I like that. I didn't know they're
Yeah, I
boys
thought-
like that. That's cool. They must be from the same town, no?
Volcom skater.
No, but yeah, they go on Volcom trips.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, the fuckery with the double barrel handrail board slide. It looked like that he was gonna somehow hop onto the other double barrel.
Oh my!
Yeah, I kind of.
I was gonna say,
screamed.
please.
I would have
Please.
screamed at my computer.
But you thought it, right? You thought it.
A little bit.
I'm
I
gonna
guess
be
not.
honest, I didn't. I wish I thought of that. I wish that
Oh.
went down. If he he would have had to be like strapped into his skateboard. Like
Yeah.
a snowboarder could probably go do
snowboarder
that.
style. All right.
Dude. Oh
I
man.
was
But you know
I
what
was so
crazy, though?
disappointed.
It was still pretty crazy the way he pushed out of that board set on his nose.
Oh, for
and
sure.
that big like, stick like that was pretty wild that he was able to go that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also does his gap out to Smith grind too. This guy does not give a fuck about rails. He's like, I got a gap out. What's the first half? He also does this dope.
Hey,
No, go ahead. What you got? What you got?
he goes to a rail and like saws off the first half. So he can
Hey, I mean,
Saws El Toro.
you saw what he did with those stairs on that
El
apartment.
Toro.
He fucking
he
No,
cuts off
first
the El
half.
Toro rail starts at like the fifth stair. Just gap down 15 of them, like kiss the rail.
But you saw that apartment complex that didn't have any stairs?
Yes.
He jackhammered that whole thing just to be a dick.
Someone post. I think it was Quarter Snacks maybe, or maybe they retweeted it. I don't know. On Twitter, someone was like, Instagram's taking off like. Have you guys heard about that? Like on Instagram, soon you're not gonna be able to see the like number
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't see it.
Instagram getting rid of likes, skateboarders getting rid of stairs, and it just had the photo of him
That's
skating
funny.
the
Yeah,
gap.
that's a good one.
There's
Um,
nothing.
There's a few things I gotta get you with Grandpa Drew.
Oh.
Uh,
There was a car one that was sketchy.
Yes. The car one I don't like. No spotter. Fucking idiot. Also,
Call
Grandpa
it your
Drew
call.
didn't like when you're trying to skate on the train, and I know that's a really popular spot where you got to do the trick with the train.
Oh yeah.
Dude, just fucking let it go. Just let it go, man. Who fucking cares?
Was
It's
it
not-
kickflip nose grind? Popped up?
Dude, I'm glad he didn't fucking get hurt. That's
Yeah.
there was a recent train accident, and I'm just like, come on, man. And then the last thing, Grandpa Drew didn't like when you're rolling on the back of a moped or scooter or whatever you want to call it, and that's fine. That's normal. But the fucking guy that's pushing him doesn't have a helmet on, and he's over here wobbling like a dumbass. So, wear your helmets. Brush your teeth and wear your seatbelt.
Hey, Milton was wobbling too. That was crazy
Yeah.
when he's getting towed.
You got to be careful, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Does no one remember Shane Cross? No one remember Shane Cross? I guess not. Fucking cool part. Oh my God, he did a nose grind kink. He did a nose grind kink.
Yeah, that was insane.
Psh. Man, yeah, that
That
Tommy
was insane.
Sandoval frontside flip over the rail into the bank.
Yes, that was
God.
good.
Crazy.
I like the kickflip frontside lip slide that you did on that. Was it Maryland's rail, Grant?
Yes, he gapped out so far on that one.
Yeah, you gapped out real nice. I don't like the fuckery with editing where you trying to make your landing look a little more cleaner than it was. That's okay. I mean, it's okay to. I mean, you ride for Creature, you're gonna have some speed wobbles. That's okay, but
So
He straight up kickflip like. I bet if you go frame by frame, he locks in on lip side. There has to be maybe 5 stairs left, probably like 4.
It looked like there was only 1 stair left.
Dude, he barely touches the rail. He kickflips. He was going so fast.
Why are you going that fast? Jesus, there's so much rail left.
I bet to him it's safer.
Just
rail.
get it over with. Sure.
So you're not gonna fall onto the rail or anything.
And he's just that type of dude. Everything he does is full speed.
Grant, you're right. There was about like 4
He barely touched, and that's a long rail.
Oh man!
Like it's not like it's a steep set you can just gap out. Like those stairs are long. Like it's like a stretched like 14 or what.
You know what he might have been nervous about is especially with that trick, you just when you got your body over the rail and you got your legs spread open, probably the sooner you get on the rail, the higher the rail is.
Yeah.
So he just wants to get like on the lower end of the totem pole. So if you are going to sack it, you're not going to sack too much.
With the speed he went, I don't think it's possible to sack it. You would just pretty much be skating the stairs.
That's what I'm saying. I think he went that fast just to not worry about sacking.
And like you said, with kickflip front lip, like that's one of the most sackable tricks ever.
Any lip slide trick, man.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just get your toes on a little too forward, and it's either your face or your dick.
You're right. Or if your board doesn't, I mean, he's flipping into it, so there's
But do you think this? Oh yeah, I like the. Yeah, give me a question.
Yeah, this is a question about the kickflip that we were talking about down the spot that's no longer there. So David Gonzalez did a super gnarly 50 to drop too.
Right.
And that had a cover. What do you guys think is the better trick? I mean, as in respect to the landing too. I know the landing of the kickflip. But that 50 has a gnarly drop, too.
And then Nick had an ollie on the cover, right?
Yeah, he was first person to skate it. Which one's gnarlier?
Because I've also stood on top of that thing. That 50 was gnarly. And it's a square rail, I know, but at the same time, I feel like
you could get completely smoked on any of them.
Yeah, you're right.
Man,
I'm with 50-50.
Yeah, I'm going with the 50-50 too.
You think it's gnarlier than the kickflip?
Well, okay, because
there's a lot more that can go wrong with the 50-50 than a kickflip.
And it's
what's
not
what's the worst that's gonna happen? Your board clips the rail. Oh my god! You know how to fall. You know how to roll out. That 50-50 grind. Now, granted, it is a square rail. I understand that.
Yeah.
And you have to cut. They cut that part where your wheel and your truck can get through. However, there's still some fuckery there. You can still get fucked up.
Yeah.
You can get fucked up like that transition because it's a kink. So if you don't handle that kink right,
and depending on the person,
you could fall and you could fall really bad.
He might not like the square rail, so it might have been.
It's true. I mean, people have preferences, but that thing's like fat square. Like if you're in 50, it's pretty safe. Other than let's say the thing didn't have a death drop at the end of it. Like, people that know how to skate rails would be like chilling on 50. Yeah, because it's so fat square, but the drop makes it so insane. Like if you're locked in weird or whatever, like you were saying, I don't know, man. That's a tough one because in my mind, like I also picture Berman's 50, right? The one at Philly.
Yes,
that's a similar, situation. And so to me, it's like Berman could go grind that rail probably too, the way DeVee did. And I'm thinking like, who would kickflip it? You can make case like I don't know, Jocelyn or some other hooker would go kickflip that thing maybe. I just think I don't know, like an attempt on kickflip. I agree with Drew. It's pretty safe for someone that jumps. Like they know how to get out of it.
Yeah.
50, it's risky from the start. Let's say you think you're in safe, and a second later you're not in safe. A crazy thing about that rail is you don't stand on it for that long. Like
it's quick.
You know what I mean? Like it's quick enough to where like, oh, I'm in. I'm in weird. You can't like have, I'm fine. I'll just hop off. It's like if you're in and then in weird, you're in a weird gray area of like jumping at a rail or jumping down this huge drop.
Yeah, because I've stood on top of that thing too. Wasn't the rail kind of sharp too? Like it's not like a thick square. It was like kind of thin. I thought. If I remember.
I think it's pretty wide.
No, it's wide. but it's thin
like this
metal.
way?
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah, I
thick.
think the metal is a little weird.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
I
man.
mean, you know what, dude? Honestly, I didn't even fucking look at the rail because it's not even worth looking at.
Well, I
You
think I
know
went
what'd
there
be insane
after.
if someone board slid it?
50.
If someone board
Toll.
slides it, oh my gosh. Someone
Yeah.
please board slide it. The little pop over the. Oh wait, it's gone. If someone board slid
Yeah.
it with,
I'm like, what's he
so
talking
tight.
about?
I know. I was like tripping for a second.
I just would have loved
There's a
to
little
see
bump the
board
rail in that parking lot. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
one, but
there.
Looking
I
cool.
think. I don't know.
Well, gentlemen, I think we talked enough about that part. Lord have mercy, we still have so many more topics to get through. Let's talk about Street Safari. It's like Street Safari sounds like an X-rated version of Safari on Apple. Extreme, baby. So Lakai Street Safari. Well, I haven't seen this. You guys, what is this? Is this a promo? What is it? Is this a video? Is this a part?
it looked like they went on a little trip, and it was like a filmer with a VX. I don't know too much. Graham might know more, but Jimmy Wilkins was on it, and that was really cool. He's a vert skater,
Wait, it was VX.
right?
No fucking
was
way.
an
The
HD.
Birdman's on there too?
I
Was
mean,
it okay, if it was HD, then they
H-
definitely put some like color code editing and stuff because it
I
wasn't.
just don't recall it being a VX. I think it was HD.
I'm tripping.
I don't know. I watched it this morning.
It looks pretty
Yeah, I don't
HD
remember
to me,
being big,
man.
Yeah, I think it's HD. Yeah, Tony. They got Tony in the van. That's pretty tight.
That is
Yeah.
tight.
There was stuff. I mean, one thing. If you watch that, you're gonna be like, Simon is insane.
Mhm.
He has to be. Well, I mean, everyone talks about Sodi. I think it's why it's so in my head. But while I watch Simon skate, I'm like, this dude's gonna have 1 year where he's gonna go straight psycho and be Sodi. Like that
That
dude
is-
is so good.
He's going psycho, but having fun. You could tell like he's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's like really tripping at all. It's so sick.
He's
You know
just
what
like
reminds me of
That's
like
not
that?
50.
What you just described reminds me of Pedro Delfino.
Mm-hmm.
No, he goes.
I see
I don't know. Pedro Delfino doesn't look as much having fun as Simon. Pedro Delfino's risking his life on roofs, skating handrails.
You don't think he's having fun doing that?
I'm sure he's having fun, but like I mean, I don't know. I see what you're saying, but Simon gives me a little more of like a flowing around, like
Yeah, him and Manchild
Chilling
just
vibe.
slamming beers and
Yeah.
fucking slamming
But-
handrails.
I see what you're saying. But man, Griffin, I love watching Griffin.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
It's just
Griffin wasn't
he's just got good pop, good ledge tricks, switch back tail, switch heel, so good. I like watching Griffin. He's tight. You know what was cool? I backed this part a lot actually. They have Jimmy Wilkins like, Jimmy, your first street bump over bar. They get out of the van. They're trying to skate stop him. They get it. You know what was sick was he did it. He's all juiced, his first one ever. Runs back in the van. I just see Tony Hawk sitting right there. I'm like, that is crazy. Like that had to feel so tight.
Yeah.
Tony was chilling in the van, waiting for you to get your quick ollie on the bump over bar. That was sick.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if it's just I'm dating myself here by showing my age, but it just feels weird seeing Tony Hawk and Lakai's. I'll never get used to that.
I love it.
I love it too, but I'm like, man, where are the Hawk shoes at? Like,
Yeah.
dust them
Well,
off.
they did the throwback to the airwalk. That was cool.
Yeah, his shoe is like a
Throwback to Proto.
Airwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoe.
Well, this
Which
thing's
is that?
11 minutes.
Yeah, it's a full trip video.
That's so funny. I thought it was BX. I
Yeah,
just
what
toy.
that was in your head.
Yeah, that had to have been the. Was there?
There might be
Super
like
8?
yeah. I think there's Super 8 B-roll in it.
Yeah,
There
that's
probably
funny.
was. There probably was. That tends to be a thing these days. People like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, Tony doesn't do a 900 in here? Trash. I'm not interested. Well, that's fine. We could, because they got this fellas part that I want to talk about. What, Grant?
Woo! That's that good stuff.
Oh, is it? Well, tell me about it. I never heard of the fella. Oh, it's the quarter snacks. Oh, isn't this what you told me to watch earlier?
Yeah, you watched it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's Hellas. Their video is called Fellas, and this part was just released on Quarter Snacks. Pedro Attenborough, I believe he's from Spain. He's a young ledge technician. Just kills the ledges. He looks young. I don't know how old he is. He looks pretty young.
Yeah, he looks about 14.
kills them.
About 14.
Just kills the ledges, man. Impossible nose slide, kickflip front crook. He also does some really cool combos of tricks into a grind and then like pivots around to another grind. Fakey flip back nose grind to front crook. That one I was like, whoa. Front nose slide to front crook. I was like, your shoulders should want to go the other way. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, so I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I've been a fan of his. He had some edits in a Nike, some clips in a Nike Barcelona edit sometime last year. And so since then, I've been like, I want to keep my eye out for this kid. He had some stuff in the 917 video. I was like, this dude's sick. So I was hyped when it dropped, and it was what I expected. Killed the ledges, and I just think he has a good style for it and cool trick selection.
Oh, they had Javier in there too. Fucking
yeah, Javier and Jesus.
Mafia legend Jesus Fernandez. I haven't seen him since the last Lakai video, or the one before that. I don't even know what Lakai's come out with lately.
He was in Lakai video. I was gonna say Pretty Sue was that's before that.
Oh. Yeah, last Lakai video I saw, Birdman didn't do a 900. But this guy, Pedro, he does this nasty kickflip frontside crooked grind to fakie. That was good.
So good.
That was really good. I appreciated that. This young 14-year-old, I like his nose slides. They look good. He did like this weird full cab. They do like a body barrel. Why does that look weird to my eye? What's wrong with me?
The one in the line?
Yeah, what is that?
Dude, it's just the way he spins it. He literally, he does it like the way people scoop back threes, but it's fakey. Like, I don't know how he did it like that. That was insane. That's probably going to get looped too, because that was so good. And they have a quick B-roll right after that. It shows him do a fakey 540 on flat ground, like as it goes to the next clip. It was so crazy. He killed it.
I always wanted to learn kickflip no slides. It never really worked out for me. I never liked the feeling of kicking out my leg like that and trying to slap my nose with my foot. It didn't work out. HellasCaps.com. All right, Hellas fellas. Well, that was a nice treat. Man, I can't wait till this episode's done. I want to see this battle sketch with Heath Kirchart. It looks so good. That's awesome.
Dude, it's cool that he pushes Switch Mongo too, and he looks good doing it, because usually younger people don't.
He's young for the Switch Mongo.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's young for it, but it looks good.
Uh-oh. Michael Pulizzi's extended release part? Grant Fierro. This is your guy right here.
I love Pulizzi. So does Reef. That's Reef neck of the woods, man.
Well, no one said his name more times than you. You're the only reason I could say his last name correctly.
Dude, yeah. I remember when he came on the map and he dropped that first lurk hard part. That one goes.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, this one's sick.
Lurk hard. Dude, I'm so old. I don't know what any of this shit is. What the hell's lurk hard? Is this a series or is that the brand?
It's a brand. Yeah, it's like accessories.
What a horrible name.
I mean, it's Pulizzi doing his thing. He just ledge dance.
I like his skating. It's just the name is horrible. And
the ledge dancing, that, you know what tripped me out, man? It just looks so sketchy. He sets the wood up on that rail in Sacramento and like wallies up with the people.
Yeah.
I just, man, if that wood moved, sorry to put that in your head. I mean, you already did it, Michael, so maybe it doesn't matter. But
it did move. I think there's a clip on his Instagram.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if it moved, but like before he got on, basically, and so sketchy. But dude, I enjoyed it. I mean, to me, the song was a little random for him. And we talked about a different part from this video, Ducky's part, I believe, last week.
Ryan Connors.
Oh, we talked about Ryan Connors, yeah.
Yep.
His part from this video last week. And we were talking about the editing. It's a little interesting. Like, it's definitely, I feel like it's edited almost like VX, like the way with the little, like, effects and stuff, you know? Like, it's kind of different. But as always, I love the skating. The ender, that board side ollie over, man, those are always look crazy, so.
Yeah.
Reef, I know you're hyped. You like Pulizzi.
Oh, yeah. I love this part. I was not expecting. I thought when he did the back lip 270 to manual, he did the trick right after the first clip, but he did the back when he did like switch front crook, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how you would say it. But he did the back lip again to 270 manual back lip. I was like, that was so sick, and I knew that was coming.
What I was expecting at first.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
And then I really enjoyed seeing that front tail to Manny he has so much control. Like he could literally
Whoa.
do the back 180 revert, fakie Manny, and with any combo of trick. I believe that because I've seen it in live, and it's just unbelievable how good he is at that trick. But yeah, the glitchy, I think glitch footage with VX makes sense because it's such an old camera. But for HD glitch, it didn't. I was just talking to when I was in SF. I was talking to Lakai about it. I don't think it's like. I don't know.
It looks stupid. Exactly. Thank you, Reef. Yes, it looks fucking dumb.
Yeah, it looks stupid. I was trying to be nice.
Make me not able to see your skateboarding. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Make it so difficult.
But the front lip to what? Oh, what is it?
They put like these little their editing style where they got like clips on top of other clips on top of other clips, and then at the end they put they got some skateboard in one end, like a pill in another, and then it shows like 4 Uzis with a bunch of like a baggie of drugs. It looks so stupid. I love it.
Oh yeah.
We're so gangster, we're gonna shoot you, but you can't see us because we got the glitches everywhere, so we're gonna get away scot-free. Grant, you like that stuff, huh? You like that editing? It's okay if you do.
No, to be honest, I wasn't really feeling it. It's not my taste.
You didn't like the VX glitching?
I don't know. To me, that like kind of Reef saying, it works on a VX to me, but seeing it on HD footage, I was like, eh. Also, they have kind of what you're saying, that those moments where there's like 4 different things on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
There was one of those, and I don't recall what tricks he does, but it kind of confused me. Like it led into a line of him, but I was like, was that a single? Like I think that was supposed to be part of a line. Like it just
you know
seemed
what
a
I
little
think
funny.
they were going with?
I know what you're talking about.
I think they're going with like an old school style X Games theme where it's like Andrew Ariano, and it shows me doing a tray flip and then like a backside nose blunt because I could do those, and then yeah, it's just supposed to give you like this fuckery, like, oh my god, he's coming,
Yeah.
he's here. Are we really about to see the backside nose slide?
I mean, yeah, it wasn't my taste, but I will say I do think it's cool. Like if you're gonna do it throughout the video, and they did it.
Yeah.
And, on all the parts I've watched from this extended release that have been released so far, they've done that. So I mean, I back it. I back the consistency. If that's their thing, then they did it. But it's not necessarily my taste. But his skating is my taste. I love that.
What does it taste like, Grant?
Good shit.
It's just beautiful, smooth. It's just smooth.
I fuck with it. Grand Collections. What is this?
They released their Tonal video. Actually, speaking of, we mentioned them earlier, Spencer and Wade.
Mm-hmm.
They had a big week. This is pretty much like Spencer's video featuring the rest of the team. Like he
That's
had
what I was
so
thinking.
much footage in here. Gosh, man, his frontside flips and his front threes. His front threes are insane. They're so good. It's some great ones in the primitive video. He's some great ones in here.
You know what I thought was kind of cool?
Yeah, what's
is
up?
that GT Grant Taylor is an intro for Thrasher now. They had like his ollie was an intro.
I've never seen that before. Is it the
I've
first time they've ever done that?
That was my first time seeing it. I was like, I'm putting that in the notes right now because that's pretty
Good
sick.
note. Yeah, that's tight. They have cool colors on that too. That intro goes. They need to keep that going.
Nathan Kudla on Facebook commented on Thrasher, says, I think they actually released a lot of this edit on their YouTube page a few weeks ago. Then for some reason took it down, added it to a section, and released it on Thrasher. Well, that's why Nathan Kudla, they want it on Thrasher.
So do the companies get to pick what intro they? Because there's so many different intros now for the Thrasher font. I feel like.
I kind of doubt they pick, but I have no idea. I just feel like Thrasher would pick.
Is that Wade Disarmo? It is.
Yeah, man. He's definitely got some good stuff in here.
He needs to get some higher socks. It looks like he's always skating with his bare feet with nothing.
Yeah, his ankles
That's
are
his
cold.
thing, man. The rolled up pants. That's the Wade signature. He looks effortless.
You know what? I liked his style when he was on DGK. It looked cleaner back then.
His dressing or his skating?
His skating. No, the way he dresses the same shit. He just doesn't have DGK on it anymore.
He's baggier, I think, a little bit, in my opinion.
He did like this.
He probably.
I think it was like a.
He's still baggy.
I think it was like a switch flip, switch nose grind he did, and then like fakey pop out in the DGK video. It looks.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That was so beautiful.
That was
Mhm.
so
He's the best
beautiful.
at popping out of nose grinds. He's just
Yeah.
the best at that.
Dude, it looks so good. And since then, Grant, he hasn't delivered. He left that swag back over there at parental advisory.
Nah. He still had some good stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
Go
maybe
ahead.
that's your favorite
You know my
wave,
phone
but there's
number.
still good wave.
You,
There's still good
you
wave.
have my phone number. Go ahead and send me some shit that he's done recently that has that same
Get my
swag.
All right, I'll look for it.
No, you know what? He's saying that every day. I'm trying to find it. He's trying to find himself, Grant.
Wade's still killing it, man.
Yes.
Yo, also Nick Farrow has a clip in here. Nose manny nollie flip on a fountain through the water was so sick.
Mhm.
I like
That
that.
was-
Also, it was cool the way he didn't land all heel off the curb after, but he like jumped and slid because his shoes were wet from the fountain. I thought that was tight.
Hey, who did the? I didn't know who the person was. Back, big spin, tail, big spin out. That was like, I've seen other people do it, but how he did it was so good. Whoever did it.
I don't remember.
They'd even tag Wade DeSarmo in this video. That's fucked up.
And that is weird. His name isn't down there.
Who's Dana Erickson? You guys know him?
Mm-mm.
Nah, I mean, I'm pretty familiar with Grand. I'm sure I've seen him in other edits of theirs, but I don't know. Based off the name, I don't know.
Ooh, I like this Atlantic Drifts music.
Yo, Connor Champion, that's really the best name. I've seen footage of that dude for a while. I think he used to get DGK boards, actually. He's got some cool stuff in here as well.
Oh, but sickest thing of this whole edit, Spencer Hamilton skating anti-hero skateboards. That's pretty dope.
Tight.
I thought that was like the coolest thing. It's like so opposite, but it made me so happy because I love anti-hero and I love Spencer Hamilton, so that's pretty dope.
That was pretty cool to see, yeah.
Yeah, and he
That
did
was-
a big flip and like broke his.
Oh, when the
So
tail
sick.
snaps.
It was so cool.
Yo, shout out to Spencer's fakey varial flips. He has one in here and he has one in Encore, and they're both amazing.
Yes, agreed.
Not a trick you see too often. Fakey varial flip. Shout out Brian Anderson. But man, that's a good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Good
shout out
shit,
BA.
that was good.
Yeah, dude. Spencer with the anti-hero boards was pretty sick.
He was flying too. He did a
I
switch
remember.
backside flip. He did.
Yo, the switch
front-
back flip after the
Mhm.
fakey flip into the bank.
Yeah,
That switch back flip was insane. It was so
Yeah.
good, so good.
and the
Who's
front side.
Who's this
Flip
kid that
Bender.
does a line and just slams his board on the bottom of the stair set, at the top of the stair set?
That's keep watching, Drew. He skates the fountain next. His name's Nick Farrow.
Dude, this guy's sick. He has
I know.
He has the weirdest style.
I back him, man. His skating style.
Whoa! No way. He just knows Manny nollie flipped out. Oh, and he slid on the he slid
It
on the
was tight,
street.
huh?
That
That
was
was
sick.
tight.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
Yeah, he's sick.
He also had switch hard flip seemed to be his jam.
Dude, yeah, he did it to switch nose manning.
Whoa!
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that a switch hard flip or was it? I couldn't like really tell, but
I mean, it is. He does them like the way where people like
illusion.
it goes up, you know. But yeah,
Who is
Nothing wrong
this-
with that.
Who's this gentleman that does a kick flip? No, he does a backside tail, a big spin, backside tail slide, big spin out.
yeah, it's what
That's-
Reef was talking about.
Dude, the
think
big
it's-
spin in.
I'll
it's
tell you who I
so
think it
dumb.
is. It's Tom Aston, someone else's face.
It might be
That was
Taylor
good.
Clark. No, it's Taylor Clark.
Hey,
I guess.
hey, Reef, remember?
No.
Hey, Reef, remember? Remember when Shane O'Neill had on Justin Brockman's face in the
Oh, that's the
Nike
best.
video?
Yeah, just
Justin Brock.
What'd I call him?
Brockman.
Oh shit! Fuck it.
Hey, that would be a sick combo of a skater. I love
That
it.
was Tom Aston wearing someone else's face, man. That was G shit right there.
Yeah, that big spin in was so good.
Do you guys remember the first time you saw that intro with Shane?
Yeah. I said,
I never watched it.
it's Shane.
What?
Yeah,
I was
that was
tripped
that
out.
trippy. It was a good pick for like, because Justin Brock. I mean, I'm sure he could do it, but not. I don't know about that clean.
Not like that though.
Yeah, I was gonna say not
Respect
like
for
that.
Justin Brock, but
Yeah.
he couldn't do it. But that's Shane's. You know, that's like his thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder who has
Justin-
that. I wonder who has that mask.
I don't know.
Costin.
Maybe Costin.
You're just
Maybe
weirdo.
I'm drawing a blank. Jason Hernandez. Maybe he has it.
Oh, that's a good guess. That's a real good
Did he
guess.
film from?
Damn, I wish I could ask who has it. I want to wear it.
Yeah, I kind of want to know now.
It'd be funny to have, huh? Halloween.
It's
Hey,
it's
hey, did
Justin
you guys
Buckley.
happen to check on your Instagram searches this week and see what's that guy's name? Gonzalez do a pogo in front of Jim Tebow?
What's that guy's name? Mark Gonzalez.
Oh my! Oh, that's good on the Skate Fillet podcast.
Hey,
What's
no,
that
what did I
guy's-
call him? I call him Gonzalez, right?
The Pogo Man.
Yeah, but it's just Mark Gonzalez, one of the OG street skater, one of the most important people in
It's not
skateboarding.
somebody. It's not a name I say all the time.
It was just funny. It was just fun. You got his last name right.
Hey, tell me you weren't hyped when he did that.
I was.
Uh,
How did you? I mean, that was insane.
I'll tell you,
No way I-
JT
I'd
was
pull out
over
the
there. He
logo,
was getting ready to fucking cream, man. He was like, "Fuck."
Debo was stoked for sure.
That was some.
crazy.
That
How
was
did he do that?
amazing.
I'll never in my life attempt a pogo.
I mean, not like that. I mean, he straight up popped it up like that.
He really could have got
I know.
popsicle.
I know people that like start
the
off.
office.
You know, I know people that start. I know on the office floor of all places.
Some carpet. Like it could have just been done.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time for everyone's favorite segment. It's time for Grant's Gram.
Yes, Louis Lopez. This is one of those swipe posts, right? In all respect to the other swipes, but Drew, you don't have to swipe it. We're just here to talk about the backsmith frontside 180. I have never in my life seen someone backsmith front 180 and pop the front 180 that high. That was beautiful. That's a great looking trick in general, but that has to be by far the best that's ever been done. I don't know what else to say other than when I watched it, my first thought was that's beautiful. My second thought was, man, it'd be so fun to be able to be that good. That had to feel just insane. It had to feel amazing. I would love to know what it feels like to backsmith and snap an ollie and then spin the full front 180 on the way down. Like, that had to feel so good. So shout out to Louis, because I don't think anyone else has ever done that trick like that. It was beautiful. That's the pick this week.
I mean,
He ate his Wheaties that morning. That's all I gotta say.
I like your Grant's Gram, but I don't think it beat the Pogo, man.
It would have been pretty sick to give it to Gons, man.
Where's the Pogo? I haven't seen it. Where is it?
Go to Crooked's Instagram. It's insane, Reef.
Let's get Reef's live reaction.
Completely insane.
Shh.
Crooked.
It's probably like the second last post or something.
Oh, I remember seeing. Oh, holy shit!
Dude, it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, Gons.
We'll catch you guys next week. Later, skaters.
Later.